From the Fox 26 studios, this is Houston's Morning Show.
You're also going to meet a young man from the Houston-Fort Bend County area. He's doing something special in Boston. Stay with us. Sports is next.
Time now for sports. And after last night's shutout win over the Mariners, do we now call Dusty Baker Mr. 2000?
Or Hall of Famer, because he was already headed to Cooperstown. It's all about Dusty today, Nate, and you have a special guest also setting records of his own.
That's exactly right, Melissa and Jose. Rafe Chaumette, who attended Clements High School, Trinity University, and now at Boston College. I tell you what, he's doing something pretty special. He joins us momentarily. But first, we talk Dusty Baker. That's right. Dusty Baker, 72, became the 12th manager to reach 2,000 wins and the first black manager after the Astros beat the Mariners 4-0 at Minute Maid Park last night. That's back-to-back shutouts from the pitching staff 2 nights straight. 10 of the 11 previous managers to reach 2,000 career victories, all in the Hall of Fame, save for Bruce Bochy with 2003 wins. He's not yet eligible for induction. Dusty says he had help.
You know, I couldn't have done this by myself because you're only as good as your players, and I couldn't have done it without, you know, the cast that we have in the clubhouse. You know, I supported them big time. You know, they supported me. You know, we're a unit.
They're a team. And this guy who's joining me now, Rafe Chaumette from Clements High School in Fort Bend County, also Trinity University, now Boston College. Hey, you know all about team. You're from Houston. I'm glad that, you know, you are, because you can talk about Dusty Baker. You got to feel pretty good for Dusty.
Yeah, so I had a game last night, and I knew Dusty was going for win number 2,000, so I had to make sure to click in and watch the end of that, because Dusty Baker's somebody that I look up to, and somebody that set the scene for black baseball players all across the world and over time, and it's a great accomplishment, and it's much deserved as well.
No question about that. All right, you're doing your own thing up there in Boston College, in Boston, setting some records. Career hit number 291. I want to let the folks know that you are from Fort Bend County. We know your mom. You got to give your mom a shout out after this is over, okay, because she'll never live it down if we don't. But you stand alone in third place for hits among active NCAA players. Talk about that. How have you been able to make that transition from Trinity through the portal in Boston?
Yeah, it's been a really long journey. I've been really lucky to be supported by a lot of coaches that have helped me make each adjustment. From high school, I did go to Clements High School in Fort Bend. I was Fort Bend born and raised, and I had to make an adjustment when I went to Trinity, and an even bigger one when I went over to Boston College. I'm playing in the ACC now, so it's one of the top tier divisions in all of college baseball. And so it was an adjustment, but my coaches up here, they helped me make adjustments to my swing and my game, and it's worked out so far.
Third among active players, man, that is huge. I got to tell you, that's really, really big. And you guys are going to have a big season. Looking forward to seeing you in the majors. Maybe you might play for Dusty one day if he sticks around long enough. Let's see what happens with that. But I want to ask you about this. This is pretty special. 6th inning home run ball hit towards the second deck at Rogers Center last night. Yankees at Blue Jays. That Erin Judge home run ball retrieved by a fan who handed it to a young boy. We've actually got the video. Let's take a look at this. Erin Judge, he smacks it out of the park. And I want to ask you, Rafe, if you're that young boy, okay, let's set it up. If you're that young boy, you got about 20 seconds to tell us what you would do if you're the young boy who catches, you know, who gets the ball from the fan.
I think I can relate to him. I think it would be pretty similar to his reaction. You go to these games and you idolize these players and you want to be in their shoes. And so a moment like that is just something you can't really explain in words. I think I would do some sort of hug or embrace that he did as well.
Yeah, he did that and started crying. I thought that was a great story, no question about that, because you're not too far from being 6. You know, your mom, I know your mom still thinks that way. But anyway, congratulations to you and continued success, my friend.
Thank you so much.
All right. I know you want to give a shout out to your mom, too. Hey, thank you once again for joining us. Rafe Chaumette up there in Boston joining us this morning, and he's doing something pretty special.